A very good morning to my dear students. Today we'll begin with the second lesson of science, that is force and types of force. So before starting the lesson, I want you all to remove your textbook and open page number 70. So if you will see, then on the first page they have given us few pictures, yes, and they are asking us to observe and discuss those pictures. So first, the boy in the first picture, the boy is rowing a boat with the help of a oar. Okay, so in second one he is pressing the sponge. Third picture he is trying to break the stick. Next, the bullocks are pulling the bullock cart. Next, you can see a boy is pushing a wheel with the help of a stick, and in the last picture we can see a boy kicking the football. So in these pictures we can see that certain action is being done, yes, and for that action that person or the animal has to do something, yes. So first we'll answer the questions like, will a boat move ahead unless pushed with the help of an oar? No. So write the answers with pencil in front of the questions. Who exerts force to move a bullock cart forward? Yes, bullock carts. What makes the ball move during a game of football? What makes the ball move? Yes, the kicking of the boy. How does its direction change? Yes, its direction change because of kicking. Will the wheel go forward if it is not pushed with a stick? No. So children, whenever the boy is kicking the football which is coming in its direction towards the goal, he has to apply force, is it? In the same way, all the actions done in the picture require force, yeah? So, we also require force in our day-to-day life to do many actions like lifting, pulling, pushing, riding, stopping, yeah? Pushing a load, squeezing, bending something, or even to drive the vehicle. It is necessary to apply force to do all these actions. Okay, so force is applied to pull or to push any matter, okay, or any object, yes. And we all know that object cannot change its position on its own. Force is required to move any object. So now we'll see the first use of force, that is force is used to change the direction and also to stop it. Yes, that is you can change the direction of any object in motion. Yeah, suppose now the football, when they play game of football, is it moving always? That is, it is in motion, but with the force different boys or girls will kick it. Yeah, so are they applying force? Yes, so when they apply force, its direction is continuously changing, and also because of the force we can stop that ball. Yes, so the first use is to change the direction of an object in motion and to stop it. Okay, now the next thing, that is they are asking us, can you tell what happens when you hold the two ends of a spring and pull them apart? What will happen? Yes, the spring will be stretched, that is its shape is going to change. Second, what happens when a blacksmith hammers a red hot piece of iron? So whenever he is hammering the hot piece, its shape will change. So the second use of force is necessary to change the shape of an object. So now we'll study the different types of force, that are muscular force, mechanical force, gravitational force, magnetic force, frictional force, and static electric force. The first force, that is muscular force. Yes. Now in all the actions shown in this picture, like sailing a boat, pressing of a sponge, bending of an iron rod, pulling a bullock cart, pushing a rubber wheel, and kicking of a football, the movement is taking place in this all pictures with the help of bones and muscles in the body. Okay, also the person in this picture is lifting the weight using his muscles. Yeah, so what is muscular force? So the force applied with the help of muscle is called as a muscular force. So now, by using your brain power, can you tell for which task in your day-to-day life do you use muscular force? Yes, we use muscular force while lifting an bucket with water, okay, or lifting an heavy loads to carry them from one place to another. Okay, so you can write any 2-3 examples from your life which you are wherever you are using muscular force. So now we'll study the next type of force, that is mechanical force. In our day-to-day life, to do many of our tasks, we are using different types of machines. Some of the machines are using muscular force, while some of the machines are run by using electricity or fuels. Okay, so the machines like latter are called automatic machines, and because of these machines our work is done quickly. Yes, and also mechanical force is used in this machine. So now we'll see some examples of mechanical force, that is sewing machine, which is used to stitch cloth. Electric pump is used to lift water in the tanks which is high above. Washing machine is used to wash clothes. Next, electric mixer is used to grind foodstuff, and tractors are also used for doing agriculture works. So you have to make a list of some other machines. So can you tell some examples of the machines which you are using to make your work easy? Yes, hair dryer also you can say. Yeah, it dries your hair quickly, is it? And so many are there. So you can write one or two in the textbook. Okay, so the force up, even the car, yes, to travel long distance you can use the car. Yeah, so this all are the examples of mechanical force. Okay, so the force applied by the means of machine is called mechanical force. So now we'll study about the next force, that is gravitational force. So if any object is thrown upward by applying force, it reaches certain height and then it comes down. Why is this so? Because it reaches at certain height and the speed becomes 0. Okay, so it comes down. Also, when fruits of tree ripen, they fall down. Yeah, because the earth pulls all the object towards itself, and the force applied by the earth to pull objects towards itself is called gravitational force. Okay, and earth's gravitational force acts on every object. In the past, Sir Isaac Newton discovered gravitation in which century? 17th century. The gravitational force acts in a direction opposite to that of the object moving upwards. Okay, hence the speed of that object goes on decreasing till the end, and then it becomes 0, and then the object start falling down instead of going up any further. While falling down, its speed goes on increasing all the time due to the gravitational force. Now we'll study the gravitational force through the small activity. For that we require a small stone and a bucket full of water. you have to drop the stone into the water first from the height of 20 centimeter. You will hear the sound of the stone dropping in the water. Then again you have to throw the same stone into the water from the height of 100 centimeter, and you will hear its sound again. But what is the difference in the sounds in the two actions above? What can we conclude from this? So as the stone falls, its motion increases. Yes. So when we throw it in from at the height of 20 centimeter, its motion will be less compared to the height of 100 centimeter. Okay. So the greater the height to which the stone is raised, the greater is its motion. Thus, the sound produced when stone drop from 100 centimeter height is louder than the sound produced when the stone is dropped from 20 centimeter height. So now we'll learn about the gravitational force through the second activity. For that, the action of lifting a sack is shown in both the pictures displayed on the screen. One sack looks empty but other one is filled. So where will the boy require more force? Yes, to lift the second sack. Okay. What difference do you notice in the way the two sacks are lifted? The first one he is lifting very lightly and easily. Yes, but near the second one he requires more time and also he requires more force. Okay, so the gravitational force is acting in the downward direction on both the sack, and the force is also applied by the boy in the upper direction to lift both the sack to lift up both the sacks. Okay, now the less gravitational force is acting on the empty sack, thus it is having less weight and boy can pick it up easily, and more gravitational force is acting on second sack, which is filled one, and thus it is more weight and boy is requiring more force to lift it up. Yes, and this tells us that greater force must be applied to lift a greater weight. Do you know, students, to wedge an object it is hung from the hook of a spring balance. Okay, so the suspended object, that is the hung object, is pulled downwards due to the force of gravity. At the same time, children, the tension in the spring is constantly pulling the object in the upward direction. Okay, so the when the tension in the spring and the gravitational force on the object becomes equal, the object comes to rest, means it stops moving up and down and it comes to rest. Okay, so in this position what happens, the scale of the spring balance shows the gravitational force which is acting on the object, and that is called as a weight of the object. Okay, so the gravitational force acting on an object is called the weight of that object. Find out and discuss. The gravitational force operates between the sun and the planets in the solar system. Because of this, the planet revolve around the sun. At the same time, gravity also operates between planets and their satellite. Then why don't all the planets and satellite fall towards the sun? See, due to the gravitational force between the sun and the planets and that of the planets and satellite, all the planets and satellite revolve around the sun in a specific or fixed orbit. Okay, due to this force, the distance between all of them is maintained and they do not fall towards the sun. Use your brain power. Which force are acting upon an aeroplane taking off into the sky? So, engine in an aeroplane is a Machine, yes. Therefore, which force will be acting in it? Yes, mechanical force. And when the aeroplane is taking off into the sky, gravitational force also acts on it.